Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to discuss about bioAffinity technology. They are the main non-invasive lung cancer diagnostic company. They have the main product called CyPath Lung. So let's look at their quick price actions. They are trading at a $1.12 with a micro cap from $5 to $6 million, ranging from $50, almost $46 to 0.70 cents. They did a reverse split 1 to 30 last year in September. They are based off the Texas base. They have the certification and the commercialization process set up. Their main focus is lung cancer DX. They are trading as a BIAF. So their mission is addressing the urgent need of for non-invasive early stage cancer diagnosis. That's the number one cancer killer worldwide. Let's look at how it works. So their flagship product have a sensitivity of 92%. Sensitivity you can think about as the false negative. What it means is that if I test 100 people, 92% of them will be correctly identified and 8% may not have the false negative flag. And specificity is your um, false positive with the accuracy of 88% with a nodule size of even 20 millimeter. This is able to detect it. How it works is that patient collects septum at home or clinic, completely non-invasive, no needle, no bronchoscope, no CT scan kind of stuff. A fluorescent for firing applied, a compound preferably observed by cancer and cancer-related cells, flow cytometry analysis, advanced cells population analysis by bioaffinity. So this is their main core uh, IP, these two, and then AI algorithm intercept results, patented AI model classify malign kinase risk and delivers actionable report. So these all numbers are amazing if you compare against the other current uh, processes in comparison to your bioaffinity drug flagship product. So this is the main key slide which helps you to understand why their product is impressive. If you go with the Cyvath line, you will have 92% sensitivity with the 87% specificity, and it's non-invasive. So literally, you don't need to do any injection, any kind of stethoscoping things that is needed. And their main concern is the price, that is almost $2,000, and typical coverage is high. Medicare and VA is there. Most often, people go with the low dose CT. It's also called LDCT, that has the sensitivity of 94%, which is slightly higher than the Cypathlang, but its specificity is 73%, which I think that's not great. False positive that somebody is wrongly flagged, which you would like to, reduce in some form. So obviously that's an imaging process. It's cheaper than what Cypathlang is providing. Typical coverage full. So these all are subscription, doctor specified uh, process only. So you cannot go and ask for it, just like it's not like a blood work. Same with the FDG PT scan. So you see the numbers are fine, but not as great as lung Cypath Lang. The price is expensive. Price is expensive. So overall, based on the performance metric, these processes are expensive and not as great as what Cypath Lung is providing. Then fine needle, this is also expensive. So if you look at this table, their Cypath Lang stands out, no question. They, even for like 20 millimeter nodule size, they are able to detect it. That's amazing. So their product is amazing. Now the point is the pricing and how do we have the typical coverage. So their pricing is pretty high. Ideally, if they can make it around this price, they'll win a huge market. And what we should anticipate, and I mean, like based on my analysis, the cancer cases are growing over time, and by 2050 almost 40% of the US population will have cancer. So just imagine how many cancer tests we need to do, and if you are able to detect cancer early, you are able to reduce the downstream cost for the hospitalization, for the chemo, and so on. So if you capture someone probably in a stage 1, which is where Cyvath lung is specializing, since if it's 20 millimeter size, that means you are able to capture them well ahead of time. This is specifically for the lung cancer only I'm talking about. So this fees is very important, and the pricing is slightly higher. Ideally, with over time, you would see that the cancer diagnostic processes or cost will come down, and it will become like a blood work kind of stuff. So let's see how these different companies are there as a competitor. Uh, they have Biodesics, BDSX. It's another micro cap company. They are in the commercial stage as well. Their product is obviously an invasive blood-based liquid biopsy. So this is actually a competitor, and I have seen like their insiders are buying. So I'll probably make another video on BDSX, how their product stands out, what is their cost. The main, I think, competition is from your Vera sites and the Guardant Health. Guardant Health is someone who provides holistic testing solution for different type of cancers. And I believe Guardant Health, and the way I see it, has a perfect synergy with bioaffinity. So ideally, Guardant Health should acquire bioaffinity, and they build a more robust portfolio for cancer testing. Typically, Guardian Health is used for more later stage of cancers, which also not just identify the cancers, but it looks at the DNA and the adversity in the cancer cells to figure it out how bad is that cancer. And then Roche is a bigger player there that is there as well. So their main competitive advantage is the easiness of the process. So it's just that based on your septum modality, which is others are having a blood based or you do the CT scan and so on. Since their main key thing is that 92% sensitivity with for 20, less than 20 millimeter nodules. That's great. Um, VA and military hospital distributions up to 12 VA medical centers and two major military hospitals participating in the 2000 plus patients longitudinal studies. Veteran are a high risk lung cancer population, a significant distribution mode. So since the veterans are exposed to so many uh, chemicals and the gases and so on, so they are more susceptible to cancers. And I think that would be a great initiative if they have regularly 6 months or in a year having these checks done through a cybergland. Non-invasive low cost is something which I consider it becomes like less than $500 and it becomes like a blood work. They have 18 awards, 33 pending payments, so everything is set up for the company, which looks great on the paper. They have the commercial platform set up. They have the key drug flagship diagnostic setup, operationally fine. It's just that I want to see like how they do that in their revenue. So that's where I think I'm very skeptical about this bioaffinity. I would definitely look for when they start making money and stop burning less money. So currently priced at almost $1, coming down from 50. So obviously you can see they lost their 95%, 98% of their valuation. They are currently at a 5 to 6 million. So obviously like they are at a risk of dilution. They are burning almost 18 million. So they don't have and a cash in hand is there almost, let's say 8 million. So they cannot even run for a year. Less than a year of run is there with them. So they have to generate revenue. If they don't generate revenue in 2026, it's gone. It may go bankrupt. Ideally, like I see a very good candidate for acquisition. So let's look at their recent. So I think I already covered this, so we can skip this one. Can skip this one. Let's look for what is the upcoming catalyst that we want to watch for it. So you have, as I said in the previous slides, that there are 2,000 plus patients longitudinal study initiated. This essentially give them more prominent name in this space if the studies comes very positive. Brook Army Medical Center validation study. So that will come around mid 2026. 30 to 50 patient validation study using cyber lung for franchial and bronchial sectional samples. Results expected mid 2026. Validated use acute hospital setting and military healthcare. Then they have the full year earning reporting on 6th of April. This is something I think we should actively track it, how they report on 6th of April. Um, their revenue, if it doesn't pick up, I would say like it will go below $1. If revenue started picking up and we get good results, it will go at $2. CMS and player reimbursement decisions. Without CMS, health insurance coverage growth is capped out of the pocket and direct pay channels. So CMS is the ones which take care of your Medicare and Medicaid and all the other health related regulations. And ideally, you would expect that these kind of testing is covered under your Medicaid, Medicare, and it also defines like how much of out of pocket will be charged on this. So if I think the board and their board have like tons of people in it. I don't know what they are contributing in that being on the board. Ideally, they should have someone from the Medicare, Medicaid, or someone who can help them get this drug approved by Medicare, Medicaid to be part of their regular blood work, especially for the people who are 50 above. Because 50 plus above has almost 30 to 40% of chances of getting a cancer. So if it becomes a part of their blood work, yeah, it becomes like really growth engine for them. Um, they have the Asthma platform data publication, so this is something which you'd look for. Um, the bull case is, as we discussed, they have slight revenue, so year over year comparison is nothing. Volume picked up, but these volumes are very small as well. So this is important. We want to see like how it goes. This is their key differentiating factor. No direct competitors, parent. So we know that their product is great. It's outperforming all the other competitors. Their TAM, I think that's secondary. First, make sure that you are able to address your flagship product first. Reimbursement approval would be a 10x commercial unlock. Yeah, this is the most important factor. That if it becomes part of your Medicare, Medicaid, part of your CMS, where uh, it gets some reimbursement approval there, then this will be a huge. So beer case, as you know, it's a micro cap company burning a cash of 18 million and having a cash of 7 millions give them even 6 months of runway. So either it will go for dilution or bankruptcy on the verge. Burn rate, this is high. They did the reverse split, close to price of $1, close to your Nasdaq minimum bid. No CMS reimbursement yet. So this is the thing. I think the key thing that we should look for is their earning. That is on 6th of April. And then we need to look for how the study for 2000 patient goes and also for the reimbursement approval. If these are the catalyst, you get it, reimbursement approval, and this is a 10x opportunity. Potentially, I will buy and hold it forever if they get this. This is a perfect candidate for acquisition, perfect candidate to have multi baggers and so on, but not at this point. I want to see on 6th of April. I want to see this news. So once I have this news, I will definitely put money if they got it. All right. I think as of now, I will pass bioAffinity. I'll probably like put like really $100 sort of things on it just to keep an eye on it. That's it. All right. Thank you, everybody. See you in the next one.